Hi there, it's me again. So welcome to my new video, another cat talk video. And today I'm gonna talk about cat food and water. And I would like to start by addressing the new trend on cats feeding. That is the idea that you should feed your cat wet food every day or each 2 days, so the cat can get enough water, enough intake water. I don't agree with this because first, there's always other ways to increase the amount of water that your cat drinks. Second, because there's several issues on giving your cat several times, very often, wet food. So what are other ways to increase the amount of water that your cat drinks? First, and like I always did it, you can put several bowls of water around the house and change it every 2 or 3 days so the water keeps clean to increase the appetite for water of your cat. Second way, you can always, if your cat like it, you can always let him drink from running water from the sink, from the bidet, or from the shower head. So finally, if you are very unsure about this thing, you should buy a water fountain, a filtered water fountain. That is my last advice because it works and it really works well. Of course, if you have a cat with kidney disease, this is the most advisable water device for your cat. Now, why am I against giving wet food to your cat every day or each 2 days? First, because wet food often builds tartar on your cat's teeth. So generally, a cat will need a teeth cleaning at the vet around 8, 9 or 10 years old. But if you feed them lots of wet food, it will need that teeth cleaning sooner than that. So that's one first reason. Second reason, wet food is more expensive than dry food, and you maybe you're not into spending tons of money in wet food. Then wet food in summer, summer hot days, get bad very quickly. So you can't just put wet food in the morning for your cat and be sure that that food is good by the end of the day if you don't if you don't eat it all at once. Last reason, often wet food are used to reward the cats for some good behavior, for taking pills, for instance. And if you are giving your cat, everyday cat, wet food, that won't be an option anymore for that special occasion. So these are my main reasons for not giving wet food to your cat every day or each 2 days. How do you choose a good cat food? First, you must consider the age of your cat because the needs of the cat when he's young, like kitten until 6 months older, it's different from an adult cat, 1 year plus, and different from a senior cat. They need different protein intake, different fat intake, so you must choose first from the age of your cat. Then in dry food, how do you recognize a good quality dry food from a bad quality dry food? It's very easy. First, you will look at the color of the grains in the dry food. If it's very colorful, it has reds, greens, green or yellow grains, it means it's not the best quality food for your cat, because that color means additives, colorants, and fat. I used to say that, for instance, Whiskas is the fast food of cats. Don't ever feed Whiskas or Friskies to your cats. It's not good for them. It's full of fat. Cats often love Whiskas and Friskies, but it's not the best for them, okay? So if you're buying a dry food, you must have all the grains in brown, light brown, dark brown, something all brown is the good quality food, dry food for your cat. Then the second way you can find out if you're doing the right thing, if you are feeding the right and good quality dry food to your cat, is looking at their poo. Because if the dry food is full of fat and all additives and chemical substances, your cat will expulse a lot of poo. So if you watch the cat's poo, if it's more than once or twice a day and it's a lot of poo, you have made the wrong decision about that cat's food, okay? Finally, I think most of the people know this because vets always tell them. If you have a cat, a sterilized cat, your cat's food will be different from another cat that's not sterilized, because the needs are different, okay? For instance, also if your cat is recovering from a surgery or something, it will need an increase of certain nutrients that a regular cat won't need. Now, if you are a new cat's owner, I must tell you also that unlike dogs, cats can have their dry food always available because they don't eat more than their needs. So don't worry, don't schedule the dry food disposal. You just leave a full bowl of dry foods and along the day, and he will eat only what he needs. More, don't ever feed your cat humans food, because our foods are not designed for cats. And for the vegans out there, like myself, don't go try to veganize your cat. Cats are carnivores and will always be carnivores, so you must feed them meat, fish, and if you like to get some treat for your cat on weekends or so, you can always cook some white fish without seasoning, okay? and giving it as a treat. On the subject of wet food, if you wanna give wet food to your cat, but you don't wanna spend a lot of money, I got a tip for you. So you will put some grains of dry food in a bowl, add some lukewarm water, smash it with a fork, very good smashing with a fork, and then add a little can of wet food, and just mix it very well, and then you will trick your cat, and this will be a good treat for him, okay? Another advice that I often give to cats owners is to grow some herbs for your cat. It allows to solve the issue of hair balls, but you don't need to buy catnip, and be sure that you don't give a lot of catnip to your cats. Some cats have different cats have different reactions to catnip. Okay, so don't you go buy a lot of catnip and give them all day long or every day to your cat. But the herbs that I was talking about was you can buy some seeds of oat or wheat and growing in a little bowl at home. That will allow the hair balls to go and be thrown out by the bowl. Now let's talk about water. If your tap water at home is good enough for you to drink, is also good enough for your cat, unless your cat is some cats with kidney disease, in which case I advise you to buy a filter water fontaine. The tap water is good enough for a regular cat. So don't you go and buy the last trend on water, on cats water. There are several companies out there selling cats bottle water. This is almost a joke because their reason is that bottle water has some kind of increased mineral salt. So they sell it for immune system and a lot of reasons. They try to sell it and convince buyers and cat owners to buy it. But like bottled water for humans, if you always drink the same brand of water, you will get the same amount of salt minerals in that water. For instance, humans must change the brands of bottled water, and if your tap water is good, it is advised to drink tap water more than bottled water. So if your cat needs and the vet assesses the need for some extra calcium or phosphor or another mineral salt, you can always give in a supplement with a receipt from the vet. Don't you go buy that very expensive cat bottled water for your cat. That's my advice, because there's no need for that. And supplements of calcium, phosphor, protein, or whatever are very more cheaper, and it worked it has scientific proof that it works more than that kind of bottled water that they are trying to sell you. Finally, how to choose the bowls that you put your cat's food or water in. Please don't ever choose plastic, even food grade plastic containers to put your water or food in, and never choose a ceramic bowl with painting inside the bowl, because with plastics, after several months it starts releasing microplastics, especially if you have water in. It's gonna contaminate the water and get your cat to be slowly poisoned. The same reason with the insides of ceramic bowls paint. The paint starts releasing and slowly you are poisoning your cat. Okay, so go for pure ceramic bowls from for stainless steel bowls, and for glass bowls. Okay, so with this I finally reached the end of this video. Thank you for being there, and if you like my content, please hit like, subscribe, and we will meet again on my next video maybe soon. Thank you for watching.